How's it going, fam? Erica back with the essentials, and today we're just gonna talk about knives a little bit, hang out. I don't really have anything in mind to talk about other than like one little comparison thing that somebody asked for, but just woke up. We're just gonna kind of hang out and chat today about knives. Sorry for the lack of content lately. It's been a couple days. We're just like living in an alternate universe here, I swear. The town came through the other day and evicted us, so we have 2 weeks to get out. And it's winter time, and we have no money to move anywhere, and there's nowhere to move anyway because there's no housing here. And we dumped all of our money into the campers, but we can't live in the campers anymore, nor can we take them because there's only one per property and there's nowhere to go anywhere. So, yeah, Merry Christmas to us. We're getting evicted and we have, well, now like a week and a half to get out and there's nowhere for us to go. So it's been, just hilarious here. Yes, we tried to fight it. They don't care. They're literally like, pack up your stuff and get out. So we have been, needless to say, very busy trying to figure out what we're gonna do. But you can't sit around and sulk, right? Nobody likes a crybaby. So just praying that God helps us yet again. But that's why we haven't been making a lot of content here. Just been really busy trying to like figure out what the heck we're gonna do because it is too cold to be intense. So who knows? But somebody asked me to do a video on a comparison between a normal Spyderco Native 5 and my modded Spyderco Native 5. So, I just wanted to do that for you guys because I guess people wanted to know like what exactly the mods were on this. I do have a paper somewhere saying all of the mods and exactly how they were done and stuff, but I think that's in the storage unit. So, I'll tell you guys what was done to this to my knowledge, and we'll just do some comparisons. So I do have a like stock Native 5 here. This is the Native 5 Salt, an LC200N, a fabulous knife, by the way. One that I have tested, highly recommend. Sorry for the phone going off. This is one I've had for quite some time. This lives in my hiking bag. But it is stock, other than I did add a little sharpening choil, so we'll just compare these and use this as our example of a stock Native 5 here. So the modded one here is in Rex 45, and it has been reground. I do not know the BTE on it. It was on the paper, but I forget. But it has been reground very thin. I do know it was sharpened on Veneve stones and force patinaed. That's why it's kind of dark. I figure maybe that was done to kind of blend or cover up the regrind lines. Really nice. I'm the one that added the little tiny sharpening choil. I do have a video on that on my channel, but I just use a little Dremel cutting wheel and I just nab it real quick and put a little tiny choil in there. But yeah, this has been reground. And then the jimping on the spine here and the forward choil, the corners have been rounded out. So right on the corner right here, you can see it's been rounded out. And same with right here. And then obviously symmetrical on the other side. As well as the deployment spidey hole. That has been smoothed out just a hair. So all of these very fine details that do not come with the stock, they have been placed on the custom one here. The entire top, or the spine of the knife all throughout here, has also been a little bit softened, rounded, if you want to call it that. So that is all rounded out on both sides. So lots of work done to the blade. Super thin, super slicey, in comparison to the stock, which is a little thicker, a little, of course they're going to start playing, a little sharper. All of the edges on the stock are just a little sharp and a little pointy. Not a problem at all, but it is a nice touch to experience when it's been redone. Okay, guys, every time I'm recording, they want to play. The next thing that was done was, no, the scales were dyed with Rit dye and then rounded out. So all of the corners on the scales have been smoothed out and softened. And then these scales were dyed a kind of greenish gray color, which I really like. But the stock scales on the Native 5, they're a little boxy and, again, just a little sharp. Everything on this knife is just a hair sharp. It's just a boxy knife for some people. I adore it. None of that stuff bothers me on the stock model, but it is nice to experience a modified version. So we just have a little bit more squared off corners and stuff on the stock. Everything's been smoothed out on this one, nice and rounded. Dyed a really cool color. And the hardware on the modded one has been sandblasted. So it's kind of a matte gray color. It has a little bit of like a bead blast texture. All of the hardware. The lock bar has been blasted. And then the clip that it came with was the stock clip I had left on it, and that was blasted as well, but I actually switched it out for this MXG gear one. So everything was blasted. So that's really cool. But yeah, basically everything was just kind of recolored and softened out on this and thinned out. Really, really nice. It just melts in your hand more when everything is smoothed out compared to the stock. And I'm hoping you can kind of just see the slight changes. See if I can get... Hopefully you can see there, it's just been thinned out a little bit, rounded out, really nice. And, you know, with Rex 45, it kind of just enhances the cutting performance of this steel. Anthony, the guy who did this for me, basically said, you know, Rex 45 is an absolutely incredible steel, which it is, and this just brings it to the next level when you have a really thin geometry. It just allows you to do much more with the steel than, you know, the thicker stock, and you just experience a different side of the steel that you haven't before. It's really cool. And, you know, I completely agree. It's just, it holds an edge better. It's still crazy tough, and I do think that a lot of companies are not maximizing the BTE that they could, you know, like I have noticed that a lot of companies just give us a really thick blade stock, and it's super unnecessary for what a lot of people are doing. So like, why not just give us like a crazy thin stock in a really good steel with a really good heat treat? Like why not, right? Because when you do this, you are voiding the warranty, right? So like this regrind, I can't get this knife fixed by Spyderco anymore if anything were to happen to it because we altered it. But it's like, guys, just give us thin geometry with a dang good heat treat and some really good steel. Then we don't have to do the mods. Either way, absolutely love it. I still use it. I don't care if it's not in warranty anymore. You know, if it breaks, it breaks. I'm enjoying it while it's here. So yeah, those were the mods that were done on this particular knife. Anthony over at Bullet Bouquets on Instagram, he's the one that did this for me. He also did one for Fletcher over at All Things Knives. I think he's done them for other people too, but that's how you can contact him. He has an Instagram. Yeah, that's my little Spyderco Native 5 lightweight fully modded. Very cool. I guess we could do a quick update on the Para 3. Oops. While we're at it. Been carrying this since the beginning of the month. It is getting beat up, to say the least. Right here, I think you can see that shiny spot right in here. It's rubbing up against stuff in my pocket, and there's like a divot in the G10 now. I have so much crap in my pockets lately that it's just been rubbing right up through here, and you can feel it's like a little whoop. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, this thing has just been getting beat to shit this month. Love it. Just keeps going. Look at how beautiful it looks, just all crusty. It's the crust queen. Gotta love her. With that blacksmith finish clip that's getting beat up too. Oh, I just love it. I think that knives look so good when they're like telling you a story. Like, how boring is it to just look at the same unused knives all the time? They're not telling you anything, right? They're boring. But this has some charisma. This one's kind of telling you a little secret. I just love it. This thing has been absolutely great so far. For anyone curious about Spyderco S45VN, it is freaking awesome. I have experimented with S45VN from other companies as well, and I will say Spyderco's heat treat on their S45 is my favorite. Really, I just think that they do a fantastic job, and it just holds an edge really well for a long time, man. I mean, this edge came burnt. Haven't sharpened it yet, and I've been using it like crazy, obviously. And it is still going. Like, it does need some work, and I'm gonna do that in a couple days here when I'm on Christmas break from work, but it still cuts. Freaking awesome. So yeah, really, really enjoying this one still. Been carrying it all day, every day. I also have the LT Wright Frontier Valley in the rotation right now. It was the Bark River PSK EDC, but one of my best friends in the whole world, Jeremy, said that he wanted to try one and they were out of stock. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'll just give you mine. So I gotta send that out in the mail to him, and I'm gonna just give it to him to keep so that he doesn't have to buy one. I don't really care about my knives that much. Like, if I've experienced it already, generally speaking, I'll just like give it away after. I don't know. Like, I have some obviously that I keep forever because I need knives, but yeah, if I've experienced it and I have a good idea on it, I'll usually just give it away after. So that one's going to Jeremy. But yeah, I've been carrying this one past couple days. Oh, this one's good. This one is so good. This combo together, dude, is like, oof. If the choice was to go to dinner with your mom or to keep these, like, tough choice, but I think I would have to keep these, honestly, sorry, but, like, I love these knives together, man. I love them, and this little fixie is just one of the best small EDC fixed blades I've ever used in my life. And cheap. Look at how small it is. Look at how small. Love it. That's what I've been carrying lately, though. Yeah. Early morning here. Oh god, I still can't Spidey flick. Does anyone know? Does anyone know how to do that? Nicole does, and I just literally, like, my hands are so crippled. I did it! I usually can't do that. Like, my hands are so cold, crap. Well, I did it once. I don't know. I wish I was cool and was able to Spidey flick. I usually just use my thumb. But, anyway, guys, I hope you all have a great day. That's the carry lately. Little update. Please keep us in your prayers, because, man, we can't catch a break here. Yeah, but, you know, not gonna sit around and sulk, right? Just keep us in your prayers. If you don't believe in praying, keep us in your thoughts. If you don't have any thoughts and you're a robot, keep us in your programming system. Just, like, put our names in there and, like, send us good vibes. That's all I've got for you guys today. I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a great holiday. Hopefully I'll see you before then. But I love you guys so much. Yeah. Go use your shit. I'll see you on the next video. Love you all.